afternoon sessions here at the GreenRush Financial Conference. So if I can have people start to get their seats now because you want to see and hear this next presentation. Certainly one of the more notable companies in the space. We have from ABATTIS Bioceuticals, Mr. Mike Withrow. Mike is the President and CEO. Mike's going to give you about a 12-minute presentation here on his company. So if I can get everybody to get seated, and if you please welcome Mr. Mike Withrow.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming out to the GreenRush. It looks like Harry's put a pretty good show together here. Hopefully everybody's learning what they wanted to learn and meeting the people they wanted to meet. I'll just get right to it here. I have a special guest that I'd like to introduce, so I'm going to go quickly through our presentation. He's somebody that has worked with us in the past and contributed some intellectual property and some formulas to the company, and we'll talk about it briefly at the end here. So ABATTIS Bioceuticals is a publicly traded holding company under the symbol ATTBF, and we have several subsidiaries, BioCell Labs, BioCube, GreenRush Systems, Northern Vine, and Cannabis, and North American Bioextracts. Each one of the companies is set up to run its own P&L and be responsible for the sector that it operates in. We have a model that's called GDERS, grow, dry, extract, refine, and the S is interchangeable for sales, sustainability, and sciences. We grow using equipment that we've come up with, we've assessed and believe that it can do multiple mass cultivation in vertical and stack growing, which gives us a lower cost of production and cost of goods sold. We dry using unique proprietary drying techniques that we've researched and acquired. We have the extraction technologies, which is a water extraction, which is proprietary in a facility in Quebec that we have a lease on. It's a $13 million pharmaceutical facility. And we also have some flash freeze extraction equipment, which is, there's only one of it in the world. We're going to make copies of it and to make it available to people throughout North America. And refining is done into different formats for delivery mechanisms, whether it's to be put into a beverage or a supplement or a gel cap, a tablet, a tube, dissolvable, or an extract that goes into a vaporizer. And the sciences, we have some strong scientific people that advise for us that come from some of the universities that people would know around here, BCIT, UBC, and we work the sciences into safety and efficacy so that our products we know how much is going into it. We also just recently acquired 51% of Phytolab in Washington State, which makes us an international company that is public. It's one of the few that are. GW Pharmaceuticals is another one. And with our license, once we obtain that and we have the facility in Quebec, I think that we will model some of what GW does and with what we do in different disciplines and practices for medicine. Here's a structure of the chart, which has the subsidiaries under it. The holding company is ABATTIS Bioceuticals. You can see here GreenRush and BioCell and Northern Vine, North American Bioextracts, and on the side of the recent acquisitions. So we talked about that a little bit. Pure Genesis is a facility that we go to the BioCube here first. This is the architect drawing of the BioCube. We believe that growing should be done in small areas, not large, big. You can put these areas into a warehouse and stack them so that you can increase your per square foot output and yields. And then there's some other growing techniques, and everybody has their own and how they do it, and everyone is the best. So it's we feel that growing in a small room is a preferred way to do it, and isolate each strain so that you can grow multiple strains in a confined environment. It's controlled. Here's a cutaway of 3 cubes. One is the tall vertical with a see-through roof that lets UV through. That'd be standalone on its own, and then these are examples of 2 others that are stacked using different systems inside of the cubes. Those cubes can go inside 16 feet high, so you fit under a 20-foot ceiling building, and you stack those cubes inside the building, and you've got your rooms built. And each one is controlled by its own HVAC system. This is a picture of BioCell Labs of the facility in Quebec. As I mentioned, it's a $13 million facility that we think sets the bar way up here in North America for handling and producing products and derivatives that come from cannabis. And we will do repackaging and work with other cultivators. We don't view cultivators as competitors. We want to help the cultivators who want to work with us. And I invite anybody that's here that's applied for a license to come up and talk to me, and we can discuss how we can do some business together. It's an FDA-approved GMP facility, and currently they do a botanical drug there, extracting a flavonoid from baby organic spinach. They've gone through phase 2 clinical trials. That building, that company is owned by Eugene Melnick, who made his fame in the company called BioVale, where he took OTC drugs and then went into the botanical drugs, anticipating that that would be the next wave of medicine. So the value proposition that we have in our company is to utilize waste streams from other growers and bring it out to that facility in Quebec, and then work with the derivative products that we can make from it, do some testing, wrap some IP around it, and then I'll license it to pharma companies. We have, I mentioned the proprietary controlled cultivation environment, and we have our extraction and processing methods. We're capable of, with that equipment, producing under a license, of course. We can't do it now, but that's what we're waiting for, is these licenses to be applied to that address. And once we have that, then we can start working on all of these extractions and value-add processing of the plant. And hopefully producing some medicine that works as a naturopathic medicine and works as a something that we can apply to the FDA to become a drug that has its own drug identification number. The Northern Vine is a facility that we own here in Langley. There'll be some pictures on that. And then Phytolab and Experian, you see the logos at the bottom there. They're partnerships that we have. So we're a very partnership-friendly company to work with other companies that are focused on cultivation, and we want to focus on our sciences and value-add processing. Here's a couple of screenshot or images of Northern Vine, which is out in Langley. It's a small facility. We've applied for a controlled substance license there, which will allow us to do some different things that you normally wouldn't be able to do with the MMPR license. So if we can do the packaging, the labeling, bring in finished goods. We have 75 natural health product numbers that are licensed with Health Canada, from aloe vera to zinc, that we can, if we can pull the CBDs out of the schedule, work with the CBDs that are the non-psychoactive ingredients that are found in cannabis and put those into supplements. That's where we hope to get to. This is a little bit about our model. I won't go into too much here, but on the your left-hand side, with the aggregation of the cultivators, the value-add processes that are in the center, and then the social media marketing, patient acquisition strategies, and distribution channels are on the sales side. And then we have ABATTIS Bioceuticals International, which owns the Phytolab, and we just recently acquired a payment system company to help with the cash problem that they have down there with dispensaries. So Northern Vine and Phytolab. Northern Vine's basically the northern version, or the Canadian version of Phytolab. Dr. Michelle Sexton and Professor Caleb Lund from Bastyr University are the 49% principal holders of Phytolab, and they run that. We work closely with them, and we built the company to be about sciences. It's a very important aspect of this, and not just about growing. This is a shot of some technology. That there is about 4 feet, 5 feet wide, and will hold 360 plants. So it will increase the footprint. We believe we can be a low-cost provider of. We look at it as a biomass that we're putting. And then we've got, this is a shot of our extraction equipment, and that is superior to the CO2 supercritical extraction that people are using. This is a monograph that we sponsored. Michelle Sexton was one of the contributors to it. It's published by the American Herbal Pharmacopoeia. That field you see there is down in University of Mississippi. Mahmoud Assami, who's the only federally regulated person to work with cannabis. He was the author of the method to use for standardization and analysis, and we're happy to contribute to make that happen. So these are just some of the products and services. At this point, I want to bring up Brazos. Can you come up, please? Dr. Brazos Minshew, who's been advising ABATTIS for a couple of years on some of the products, and then marijuana opportunity came along. And I'll just let Brazos have a few words here. We've got about a minute and a half, so I wanted to rush through that. But I really wanted to introduce him as somebody who's a candidate to become our president and CEO of BioCell Labs and to run that pharmaceutical facility out of Quebec. Thanks, man.
Thank you. I think the most important part about the opportunity that we have here is we have a chance to do well by doing good. There's so many people that can benefit from the products that we offer. And it's such a great way that we have of now bringing together the disciplines and organization that we need to make sure that this endures. You know, in my own history, I've traveled the world, literally traveled the world. I've taught pharmacy at University of Ankara in Zagreb, in Australia. I've written laws and legislation. And all of this is so frustrating when you get to something that's such an artificial distinction. And we really applaud our neighbors to the north. I'm from Arizona. Applaud our neighbors to the north because you're taking steps to remove something that was an artificial inhibitor to people's wellness. And so now we're very, very happy to be a part of this, to be have an opportunity, a chance to make a difference in the lives of people. That's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thanks, Brazos. I just wanted to also add there that Brazos is a little bit humble there. He's responsible for over $1 billion in revenue through several products and companies that he's worked with. The last product we did was Nepalea, and it did over $200 million in sales last year. So if we're building products, we got the right guy in our team.